Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday. Susan Campfield here. Whoops. I'm already dropping things. We're off to a grand start, aren't we? How are you doing, friends? I hope you can join me here. This is Susan Campfield with Suestampfield.com. And tonight we're going to make a beautiful card. Surprise, surprise. Now, all last week we were all about Halloween. We're switching gears. We're going back to the pretty stuff. I love the cute Halloween, all of the pretty flowers. So tonight we're all about flowers. And we are going to look at an item that is available for celebration. And it's kind of a hidden gem. I had talked about this quite a bit before celebration started, and we're going to take a closer look at it tonight. So I'm excited. So glad you could be here with me. Wanted to just talk a minute about what we can do to help at this point in time. And what do I mean by point in time? There's a lot of stress out there. I posted today in our Hi Roz. I posted today in our Sue Stampfield Facebook group, which I would invite you all to join our Sue Stampfield Facebook group if you're not already in that. We're all about paper crafting and fun, and hope you can join the conversation there. But today I posted keep calm and make a card, little sign there. And so what I'm feeling is a lot of overwhelm, a lot of tiredness. At least that's what I was feeling last week. I'm hearing that from my friends, my family, my customers, my crafters. There's just this real overwhelmed feeling right now. And there's just a lot of craziness going on in the world. And so I just wanted to remind myself and to all of you that we can really make a difference by making and sending cards. And I know that seems like a little thing, but I think there's a lot of people feeling kind of alone and overwhelmed right now. And so by getting something like that in the mail from someone, just, hey, I'm thinking of you, or I care about you, it's huge, friends. It is just huge. So I would invite you to make and send a card. And I know if you're dealing with overwhelm like I am, sometimes it is hard to get creative when you're feeling that overwhelm, and that, quite frankly, there's a lot of depression right now. This pandemic is just dragging on. We got hurricanes, we got forest fires, we got just craziness going on in the world, and so it can be hard, I think, to feel creative. And so when that happens to me, I copy. I go to Pinterest, or I go to my swaps more likely. Now, customers, if you placed an order with me in the last month, I am in the process of packaging up, actually a month and a half. I'm behind. I don't know what happened to July. What happened to August? Okay, whatever. If you haven't gotten cards from me in a while and you placed an order, you got cards coming. So I've been in the process of packaging up packets of cards, swap cards that are coming to you that hopefully will inspire you. They inspire me. Maybe the color's not to my liking. I'll just change it up. Maybe the stamps I don't have, but the layout I really like, so I can experiment. So I just think by helping others, that helps me when I'm feeling kind of blue. And honestly, sitting down and creating and just kind of shutting the world out helps me too. I don't know. I'll do a post tomorrow in our group because I'm curious. Do you listen to music when you craft? Do you watch movies? I like to listen to audiobooks, and especially audiobooks that a lot of times ones that I already know and love, like some of my favorite books. That way I don't, if I get really into my card, I don't miss anything, right? So I just wanted to encourage all of you to make and send cards. And if you are feeling a little bit stuck about creativity, go ahead and copy cards. If you have a paper pumpkin kit, go ahead and make the kit as it is. Don't feel like you need to change it and make it all different. Make it as it actually, is shown. And sometimes when you get creating like that, it kind of opens up the floodgates then. And once you start, you're like, oh, I could do this and this and this. And at least that helps me. And I hope it helps you, because I do feel like we can make a difference right now. So that said, let's look at some fun stuff, okay? I'm going to flip the camera, flip to another camera right here on my work surface. Now, I still have the purple nails from Halloween, but we're not doing purple today. Today we're doing pink, but that's okay. It matches my logo, right? That works. So Deborah is saying that, sharing that she's not felt creative in months. And I hear you, and I hear you, Deborah, and it's, it can be a challenge. I'm fortunate as a demonstrator that, you know, it's kind of my job. Like I need to be creative, but that can be hard when I'm not feeling it. So try that. Try copying a card that you find attractive, or grab a kit and make the kit. It really, really does help me kind of get out of that creative funk. It's like if we were writers, we would be having a writer's block, right? So yeah, Jeanette, I agree. It's been a rough week. So we're here to have some fun, relax, and the beauty of crafting is we're taking care of ourselves. We're self-care, but then we're also going to share it, right? And so we're helping others. So it's double dipping, double duty, right? So today we're looking at Shaded Summer. This stamp set is absolutely beautiful. It is in the annual catalog. Full disclaimer here, when the annual catalog came out in May, I completely overlooked it. I completely missed it. And I got some swaps, like we were talking about. I got some swaps, and I'm like, whoa, what stamp is that they used? I really like that. So it didn't do anything for me in the catalog, but as soon as I got cards with it, I'm like, oh, hello. In fact, I grabbed some of them. I can show you right now. So here's one that's just lovely with the soft succulent and the pretty flowers. This is the pansy paper, and they use the evening evergreen as a layer. So super cute. This card was done by Lisa Schultz. And let's see if I have, here's another one. This one is all in the blues. So we've got the navy, and it's done on the tags. So super pretty. Probably have more floating around, although I've been mailing out a lot of these swap cards to people. So maybe it's in your packet on your way to you. But what was really cool is for celebration, they came out with some dies to go with this, because it didn't have dies in the catalog. So these are the Summer's Shadow. Wait, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Hang on. I've got it open right over here. Let me grab it. Summer Shadows dies. And you know what, friends? Tomorrow is September here in the United States. If you're watching from Australia, it's already September 1st. Tomorrow is September. And so this is the shadow of summer. Summer is waning. So sad, but I love fall. So I'm cool with that. But these are the Summer Shadow dies. And if you place a $100 order, you can get these for free, and they're awesome. So we're going to look at these tonight. So in these dies, there are 3 of them, and I have a beautiful swap card that I got to show you with these dies. There are 3 that go with the stamps. So we've got that one right there, this one right here, and this other flower spray right here. So like so. So those match up, right? What are all these other fun ones? Well, let's take a look. I die cut them, and we can take a look at them. So here's a piece of basic gray. Let's see if that works. So we've got this 2-step flower here. Hopefully you can see that. So I cut that out in 2 pieces. Let me show you what that looks like. And they're meant to layer on top of each other right this way. So I've got one in Melon Mambo there, one in Polished Pink. So that's one flower set. It also is quite lovely just on its own with the cardstock behind it showing through. We also have some leaves, little trio of leaves. Again, they're meant to layer on top of each other. This is Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. Or you can just do the detail leaf. And then we have another flower here, this one. It's another kind of 2-step die. got them upside down or sideways, and oh my heavens. So those are meant to layer on top of each other like so. Again, you could use that one, and actually you could use either one individually. And then we have a little tiny leaf spray here, and that's in Parapazaz. And then we have a solid flower. I did it in 2 colors. Which one do you like better? Here, we'll do this one. And then the Melon Mambo, I blanked out there, sorry, Melon Mambo color. So these are the other dies in addition to the ones that match the stamp. And we're going to play with these tonight. Now, first I wanted to show you some inspirations with the stamps. You may recall prior to August starting, I did this card. Now this one isn't done. I mailed out all the done ones. This one is missing the inside part and it's missing the gems. What? Because I had a bunch that were almost done, but I ran out of ribbon. So now I have more ribbon. So I just added the ribbon. I'll have to finish that one up. And that was the corner tuck card. And if you do sign up for my email, if you're already on my email, you would have gotten this project sheet. If you're not on my email, here, let me pop that on there. If you sign up for my my project sheets through the email, you will get this in your welcome letter along with a couple other fun ones. So I just went with some of the ones that I would get a lot of requests for. So this one was Midnight Muse, but same fold. That's what the inside piece is going to look like when I get it done on the other card. And of course, we have the gems on this one. So I just die cut out the flower spray with the dies. And then this one is a swap card that, oh, it's just gorgeous. I got to open it up here because I don't know who made it. Hopefully their name is inside. I can guess who I think made it because I don't know, you know how you kind of recognize Stamper's style. But this is just black and white. And how beautiful is that? I think this paper along the side is actually another free celebration choice. Pretty sure that no, you know what? It's the Halloween paper. It's the one we just used for our Halloween cards. So my bad, it's Halloween paper. How about that? Isn't that just gorgeous though? I don't know if it's coming through house. There's no embellishments, just die cuts, little designer paper, and these fun, the fun black and white checked ribbon. So again, this is the smaller spray. So for this card, I use the bigger flower spray. This is the smaller one. Both have dies that match them. And you can, if you want to add some additional sprays, you can stamp these and die cut those out to kind of fluff out your bouquet, if you will. And then on the inside, I'm so sorry, guys. I got a phone call. If somebody in the comments could let me know if I'm still broadcasting, that would be awesome. I had meant to turn off my notifications and I forgot. So if somebody in the comments could just tell me if we are still broadcasting, I would appreciate it hugely. I'm going to just pretend we are, and I'm going to keep going. So the inside of this card, just a little bit right there. And this card was made by Kathy Seal. And it's just, like I said, just very striking in the black and white. So we're going to make a card here. Let me pull these away. Yay, you're still on, you're still on, you're still on. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Phew, right? All right, dodge that bullet. Okay, so somewhere I have paper and stuff somewhere. What did you do with it, Susan? Oh, here it is, right here. I buried it under all these swaps I was showing you. More swaps there, but we'll hold that for next time. All right, so let's bring in some paper here. Now, some of you, this might look familiar if you did our Demos Galore event. This is a piece of basic white. This fun fold was the make and take for that event. This is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and I scored it at 1 inch. Okay, and I'm going to emboss this piece. So I'm going to grab my handy dandy little mini baby boss. It's just the cutest thing ever, right? because it like fits on my desk and doesn't like, you can see it in the camera and all those good things. It's fantastic. Uh-oh, melon mambo alert. I'm not bleeding. Nobody be alarmed. It's just I put my finger on an inky stamp. Anyone else ever do that? So I am using the Meadow Moments embossing folder. This is from the annual catalog. It is a there are 2 folders in the pack, and these narrower ones come, they're twofers. You get 2 in the pack, which I really love. And this one has some lovely butterflies on it and flowers and leaves and such. So I'm going to put my piece of cardstock in here, kind of a little bit overlapping the score line, just so that I get pattern on that. I'm actually going to be putting a ribbon at the top of that, so it doesn't really matter. So let's grab our sandwich, and you know what? I probably have to put my little grippy down here. This is one of the tips I got from our Suestampfield group. We were sharing tips one time, and I think we need to do that again because I learned some great things. So I have dogs that are coming in here. I don't know why. All right, so we're going to go to our plates that come with our machine. And this plate tells us that, oops, that's the wrong one. That one says use with 3D embossing folder. I'm not doing a 3D embossing folder. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was just here, and it has, oh, it's on the bottom. Okay, it's all, we're all good. Phew. All right, so this one says use with a standard embossing folder. That's why we read the fine print. So the light gray is for a standard embossing folder, and it's thicker. The dark gray is for a 3D embossing folder because it's thinner. So the thinner one goes with a thicker folder, and the thicker folder goes with a thinner folder. I hope I'm not confusing you. It's all just right there. So it's going to tell us in the little picture that we need to use this number 3 with the number 1 plate on the bottom, and the Meadow Moments die. And it does even say that you want to put it in hinge first. This is the hinge side. So that's what I'm going to do. I highly recommend with this mini boss that you, instead of stacking everything up so that it's even, you offset it a little bit. And that gives the little roller in here something, it's easier for it to grab. I mentioning that again because I just had one of my viewers reach out to me and thank me for that, because she was having trouble with her machine, and that fixed the problem just by slightly offsetting that. I've actually already die cut everything. So all of the dies I'm doing, I actually cut right here on this little mini boss before we started. And because they're the perfect size, right? It does not work for the big folders. It doesn't work for the big dies, but it's perfect for the smaller dies and the narrow folders. So by overlapping that, I got the pattern to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to add a ribbon here, so it really didn't matter, but that's okay. And then I'm going to score or fold on that score line, and I'm going to give that a crease with my bone folder. And that is just going to be a flap on my card. So I'm going to put this aside, and let's bring in some paper here. So I have a piece of Melon Mambo that is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I have a piece of basic white, might be thick, can't remember. I think it is. That is 4 by 5 1/4. So 5.5 by 4 1/4, 5 1/4 by 4. And we're just going to put those together here. And as usual, I'm going to stand up because I'm more likely to get the border even all the way around if I'm looking down, bird's eye view of my project. I just remembered that I was going to actually, I was going to tuck this under there. So I'm going to stick that up, but I have another layer I want to add. This is the Shimmer Vellum. The Shimmer Vellum is available in the In Colors. So this is polished pink. My base is as Melon Mambo, and I cut all of my flowers are those 2 pinks together. So this is just going to add a little pretty shimmery layer to my card. I am not sure if the adhesive is going to show through on this or not. Um, I'm super curious. So let's find out. I'm using the seal and it might show through. If it does, I'm going to switch to the multi-purpose liquid glue. Nope, it's not showing through. It looks great. Hold that up there. I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see any adhesive. Woohoo! All right, so that is done. And then I actually want this flap. So I'm putting this card together all wrong to show you how not to do it apparently tonight. This flap, I actually want to adhere it under there. You could also adhere it to the back, but then it is going to show since it's not white on white. So I'm just going to put some sticky on here, load that up. You can also use tear and tape or whatever. So I'm just going to stick that on right there. All right, so there I've got my flap that opens. And you can have it this way, you can have it this way. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go this way because it seems like my butterflies are more upright then. They're more right side up. And I'm going to do that a little bit more. Now I am rubbing out a little bit of the embossing there on the edge, but I'm going to put a ribbon there so it doesn't really matter, okay? So let's bring in those flowers. So when I showed you the different dyes on here, this one is kind of the opposite. So the upper layer is Melon Mambo and the bottom layer is Polished Pink. Doesn't matter. It looks good either way. So it's just entirely up to you on your preference there. And I'm going to add the leaf to that. Okay. And I'm going to add a ribbon. For my ribbon, oh, this is so pretty, you guys. This is the glittered organdy ribbon. Everybody should have like 3 rolls of this on hand because it is the most gorgeous stuff. Can you see? If you like glitter, I guess if you don't like glitter, then you're good. Don't get it. But it's just absolutely stunning. Can you see that glitter? And it's perfect for this card because the glitter is iridescent, so it's got a little bit of pink hue in it, and it's just going to pick up more pink right here. We have another glittered ribbon that's in the annual catalog. This one is in the mini. This one is in the annual catalog, and it's the black glittered ribbon, which is, we used it with the Halloween stuff last week. Another favorite. So, oh, hi, Nancy. You're going to watch the replay later? Well, I hope you hang out with us right now because, we're still working away here at this card. So, love this pretty, pretty ribbon. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot. It's nice and stiff too, so it's easy to not, I was just working with another ribbon that was quite a bit lighter and it was hard to get it tight at the top because it was so soft and loose. This one's just got a little more body to it, I guess, a little stiffer. So it's kind of like starch in the shirt or something. All right, so we've got that pretty ribbon. We're getting a little glitter on the work surface. That just is making everything better, right? Get the dogs all sparkly and we'll be all good. All right, so I am flipping it this way. You also could do this card this way. It's totally up to you. And then we're just going to pop these on. It will be no surprise to anybody who's ever watched my videos that I will be using dimensionals for that because that is how I roll. I do love my dimensionals. So I'm going to use the big ones because they will fit here. And there is an opportunity, my friends, to use some minis. Wait, what? There's no minis? It's okay. I got a drawer full of more dimensionals. Nobody panic. It's all good. Stay calm and make a card. Remember, that's our theme for today. So peel these little backing pieces off. So while we're making this card, remember, you don't have to wait for somebody's birthday. You don't have to wait until they need a sympathy card, right? You can send a card just because, right? it's always a good time to send a card. So I want you to think while we're, sorry, oh, I want to tilt that a little bit more. While we're creating this, who are you going to send your card to? Who are you going to send your next card to? All right, there we go. We've got our flower on the front there, and then I'm going to open up the inside, and I have a panel here that I'm going to just add a greeting to. And what the heck, I'm going to add another flower too. So I am just going to say, hello, you. Because I'm going to send this card for no reason whatsoever other than because I can. So I'm going to put this flower on here. Let's see how that will look. We're going to go ahead. I'm not sure where I want to put this flower. You know, sometimes the card is all created and ready before I go live. And sometimes it's not. And I just create it while we're together. And this is one of those times. So I'm going to add this flower in. Oh, I got that a little bit. I'm going to put that up a little bit higher. It almost doesn't show, but it shows just a little bit. This is the beauty of Shimmer Vellum too, is the adhesive will let go of it. So I'm actually going to put it all the way to one end there, just like that. I like that better. Then I don't have to worry about it showing from the outside. And I'm going to add this flower right here and tuck it up a little bit so it doesn't show. And I'm going to do just this little teeny tiny leaf right there. Now on this flower, actually, you know what, I'm going to bring that in because I do like having that white show through the flower. So I am going to have it all the way on the white. Like I said, I'm just making this up as I go. You know what? You could put it over here. You could put it wherever you want, right? I'm going to go with this though. So I've got some adhesive there. Ooh, boy. Can I get it? Oh, I just got adhesive on my desk. Okay, this is why, Susan, we use, I talk to myself when I stamp, so don't be alarmed by that. This is why I usually put my little grid papers down, right? Now to adhere these flowers together, I actually use the multi-purpose liquid glue because I forgot to use the adhesive sheets. The adhesive sheets would work fabulous. Where do we want our leaf, guys? Right there? Right there. Let's tuck that in right there. Okay. And there we have our card. So we've got the panel here that folds up. Now you could certainly do the little label here that says hello on the top. I actually want to move this entire flower. Oh, you guys, I'm terrible. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just going to rip it. All right, I'm going to move it after we're done here because I want to move it up just a little bit. Is that bugging you too? Because like I want it a little bit up. But there is our flower with these dies. Let me show you. So this fold, we had a lot of fun with at Demos Galore. So I'm going to show you a couple samples of that. So this one, the panel lifts up and we actually put the inside greeting on the panel, right? So this is with another Celebration product. This is the Bedazzling Designer Series paper there. And then we have this one, another one with the Peaceful Deer bundle. This is another free Celebration paper. Actually, I have two versions of this card, one Christmas, one masculine birthday, both with the same paper. I super love red and black gingham. I have dog beds that are in red and black gingham. I have down comforters that are in that. And again, I did the greetings on the inside so it could really show off the Designer Series paper inside there. And then one more, that's that same fold. And that is this one right here with the Sweet Stockings suite of products. And this one has the cute critters. So again, I decorated the panel up above. Super fun stuff. So thank you so much for joining me tonight as we played with the Summer Shadow dies and no, I said that right. Shaded Summer stamp set. Yeah, Summer Shadow dies. Okay. So Let's see, let's grab a few more of these in here. There we go. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to flip the camera so I can say goodbye. I'm totally moving that flower up when we're done. And then I'll post a picture in our Suestampfield group. So take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Relax, stay calm, and make a card. Bye-bye.